And welcome back to the channel. On this video I'm going to be riding the Lyric Graffiti X, as you see it right there. And on this video I thought I'd talk about something that I think all e-bikes should have, and that is lights. So I think we should have full lights on every e-bike, including turn signals, headlight, tail light, brake light, and I think you should have a good horn. And I'm talking for those folks that are riding on the road. And if you're riding on a shared bike path / pedestrian path, then I would suggest getting a bell, because the horn may scare some people and we don't want to be doing that. And so I thought we'd talk about lights. So this bike here has, I don't know how well you can tell because it's daylight out right now, obviously. So, but this has an outstanding headlight. That's a DOT approved 6,000 lumen 7-inch headlight. Awesome. And we've got our turn signals. I'm going to show you right now. There's your left turn signal in the front, and then we've got our right turn signal in the front, and then we also have in the rear, you can see there the right. And then we'll switch over to the left, right there. And I won't be able to reach, I guess, to do the brake, but trust me, there is a brake light and a pretty nice tail light that shines plenty good. And we'll hop on and talk about this a little bit more on the ride, but I wanted to mention that I think all the lights on the bikes should be DOT approved. If you're going to be on the road, then why not have the best lighting that's for the road? And I think it's time to do away with the hand signals. I think it's too dangerous using hand signals. And I think half the time cars don't even acknowledge your hand signals as it is. So I say put good lights on here. And even these turn signals, I think could be a little bit better. Larger is what I'd like to see. And you want them spaced apart far enough that you can actually, decipher which one you've got going. And the ones that just flash in the center, kind of deal, that just doesn't cut it. You got to have true turn signals, left, right, in both front and rear. I have seen bikes that only have them on the front. And why just in the front? The guy behind you needs to know that you're turning. And it's very important, I think, to have a brake light, because the brake light indicates that you're slowing down and coming to a stop, and gives the person behind you a chance to slow down themselves. So, and then we've got our horn right here, right there, and this thing has a super loud horn. So we're all good there. I do not have a bell on this bike, but for riding on paths, I should have a bell, because that horn will scare the bejeebers out of anybody. But one of the problems with going on a shared path is that a lot of folks will have their earbuds in, and if you try to let them know, because electric bikes are so quiet, that you're about to pass them on the left, they can't hear you anyway, because they've got their earbuds on and are listening to music. I can tell you, when I ride, I never listen to music while I'm riding. I listen to what's going on around me. It's nice to have radio, and listen to music, but I like to hear exactly what's going on around me. If I was going to listen to music, I would definitely pick a speaker over wearing earbuds when I'm riding, because I want to hear, like I say, I want to hear my surroundings and what's going on. So that's my thoughts on this. I think we should have not only lights, but they should be DOT approved, really good lights that are gonna do the trick. Because if we're going to be out on the road or in the bike lane, and the more bikes that get out there, we need to know what's going on all around us. So that's something I'd like to see happen. I can tell you this, that more and more bikes now over the last couple of years have really gotten their turn signals as compared to in the past. Whoops. Went to grab my turn signal there, speaking of that, and I hit the horn. But yeah, the bikes, I'm starting to see a lot more now turn signals than ever before. The last 2 years, I'd say, it's really picked up. So I think once a few companies start doing that, then more and more are jumping on board. And now a lot of bikes, like I'd say probably a good 40% that I'm seeing of new bikes that are coming out, something like that, have some form of turn signals. But I wish they would have full turn signals, because like I mentioned earlier, a lot of times you'll just see them on the front. And I've never quite understood that, why they're only on the front and not on the rear. And I think a good brake light is also important. And if you do much night riding, that's where the lights really stick out. And as I mentioned earlier, it's time to ditch the hand signals, especially if you're riding at night. Who's going to see your hand signals at nighttime when you're riding? Nobody. Especially on a dark road. Makes me want to sing the Eagles on a dark desert highway. But you know, a dark road though, there's just nobody's going to see your hand signal. And that can be not good. That can be a dangerous situation. So I say DOT approved lights on all bikes. And yeah, you know what? Even if it ups the cost of the bike $100 or something, I think it's worth it. And if you're riding at night, you need a really good headlight. This headlight here has a high and low beam, and an outstanding headlight. I mean, they did it right. All of their bikes, all Lyric Cycles bikes, have this same headlight, and it's awesome. You know, they've stuck with it the whole time, and it's good. So that's my thinking today, as we're into the month of March now. This video, I'm actually recording this on February 28th. So tomorrow, which is the day the video goes up on YouTube, it'll be March the 1st. So more and more people are going to get out there riding. Today's just an absolutely beautiful day. 65 degrees right now. And outstanding. Perfect day for electric bike riding. And or any bike riding for that matter. It don't have to be an electric bike, but hey, we're an electric bike channel and we like our electric bikes, so let's give a plug to electric bikes. You know, I mentioned earlier about when I first started riding here, before I hopped on, I was telling you about this bike and the turn signals and all. And I did mention the Lyric Graffiti X is the name of the bike I'm riding. And hey, if you want to get yourself a Lyric Graffiti X or any other bike, I have several codes in my description. If you check through those, you might find a bike that you like down there. And some of them have discount codes as well. And the Lyric Graffiti X or anything on Lyric Cycles website, if you use my code Oregon eBiker Mark 2025, you will save yourself $200 on the purchase of any of the bikes on Lyric Cycles website. So check that out. It's a fantastic bike. I've now had this bike for 4 months. It's actually, it was Halloween, so October 31st, so you know, this is the end of February, so basically, yeah, exactly 4 months. Coming up here one of these days here, pretty soon here, I'm going to do a review after having the bike now 4 months. I will do a review and tell you my thoughts on the bike. There's a few cons that I don't like, but there's a lot of things that I do like about this bike. Let's just put it this way: the pros outweigh the cons by a country mile. There's only a few things I don't like about this bike. So I will definitely do a 4-month review for sure. Oh, this is a beautiful day. Hopefully the weather where you are is improving and you'll be able to get out on your bike. Let me know in the comments what you think about lights on your e-bike, especially if you're riding on the road. I mean, if you're a Saran riding off-road and not on the road or anything, it doesn't matter. You don't really need the lights, but you might want a good, if you do night riding, you might want a good headlight and tail light. But if you're road riding, like I do, lots of road riding, then you definitely want yourself a good set of lights. And you want to get a good horn, as I mentioned, because there are times that you have to get someone's attention, and the best way to do it is to have a good loud horn. Alright, well that's going to do it for this video. If you like this video, go ahead and hit the like button. If you'd like to subscribe to the channel, thank you very much. Just hit that subscribe button. If you want to be notified as to when the next video comes up on the channel, just hit that notification bell. And like I said before, if you want to comment on this video or any others that you've seen on the channel, go ahead and leave that in the comments below. Share this video with your friends and whomever else. And let them know about our channel, Oregon E-Biker Mark, as we continue to grow. And sky's the limit. I don't know where it will wind up, but we'll just keep going onward and upward and hopefully improve the channel as days go by. So once again, thank you for joining me on this video. And until next time, be safe out there, everyone, and keep your wheels on the road. See you later.